Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lindbergh-Craigfield. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set to go for another doubleheader with the Missoula Mavericks and the Butte Miners. This will be the first and only game today, at the AA level, as Butte has moved to the A level this year. So we will not see Butte again this year once we get into conference play. So it's going to be an exciting one as the Mavericks came off of a doubleheader. We've got lots of stuff going on today as we've got lots of exposure for the kids in the house as SWX is in the building to broadcast both games. So that's going to be extremely exciting for the boys as we move through. So we've got a little bit later start time. It's going to be about 5 minutes later, but it's still going to be a great one today. Yesterday, Mavericks pick up a pair of wins against the Glacier Twins. Good pitching by both Dylan Chalmers and Zach Hangus. Chalmers in the first game would have a great outing against the Twins, not allowing a run. It would be a 10-run rule in 6 innings for the Mavericks in the first game. And then Zach Hangus would jump up on that 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and he would have himself a great outing as well to push things forward. So we're going to have just a few moments here as it's going to be a 1:05 first pitch time for the game. Because of SWX, they've got to come in about 5 minutes in for their service. So we'll go ahead and step aside, and we'll come back in just a few moments and get you set and tidy into today's game. You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
You have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we get into the game today, as they're announcing the starters for the Butte Miners, so we'll jump in there. That's Ryan Richards, number 7. He's going to be holding down out in center field. Scout Allen will hold down second base. Ryan Wall will bat third. That is the third baseman, Ryan Wall. Batting fourth is Aiden Lee. He is the first baseman. Left fielder Egan Lester will bat. Next, Casey Costama is in right field. Kenley Lisi is the shortstop. Carson Dodge is your catcher. The designated hitter, Riley Cox, will round out the batting order, and it's Brian Ogelin on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We're just a few moments away from doing our national anthem. When we come back from that, we will have your starting lineups for the Missoula Mavericks. It will be Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound to start things off. So we'll go ahead and let the lineups go for
the shortstop, number 3, Brendan Hill.
Now, and then we'll jump in and get the Mavericks lineups at the start right after the 2-minute timeout for the national anthem.
The head coach is Brent Hathaway. His assistants are Brian Mosier and
And an exciting day it is today at the ballpark. We've got some wind. It's going to be a windy day, but still going to be a beautiful day here at Lindbergh Craig Field. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups for the Mavericks. You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field for Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Butte Miners and the Missoula Mavericks. We have a 1:05 first pitch time. We've got Dane Frazier out warming up on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Our lineup for the Missoula Mavericks today, leading things off, will be the center fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson. Dane Frazier is on the mound, as we mentioned. He'll bat second. Trad Richardson, the wall behind the plate, is batting third. Batting fourth is Zach Hangus. He's going to hold down first base today since Frazier is on the mound. Jake Lettner will bat fifth. That is the third baseman. Sam Busey in left field. Brendan Hill, our shortstop, batting seventh. Busey batting sixth. Bo King is your right fielder, and Dayton Bay will hold down second base. Our officials for today's game, well, we've got the general out there, Glenn Welsh behind the plate, and it is Ray Bidwell in the field for the doubleheaders. The Mavericks will have the Miners today. As I mentioned in the open, the Miners are at the A level this year, trying to rebuild their program as far as numbers go. And so, you know, sometimes you've got to peel back and do that. We saw that with the Hellgate Knights with their football program a few years ago. And, you know, you just got to peel back and sometimes let these guys gain interest once again and get back into it. So we're ready to go here with Rylan Richards.
The center fielder, number 7, Rylan Richards.
105.
So Richards set with Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and our first pitch is down the tube high for ball one. First pitch is at 105.
55 degrees.
So Frazier will reset. And this one will be fouled back to even us out. So we're even at 1. on the count for Richards. We come in for ball 2. But, you know, Butte working on it. They've got a brand new field. I think this is the 3rd year that they've been at that facility. A beautiful facility as this one's dinged out into center field. Johnson's got to track it down. It's going to have some legs and bounce towards the wall around second. On his way to third is Richards to start things off for the Miners, and the Miners dugout comes alive.
Number 4, Scout Allen.
So we start out with a triple for Butte. And we come to Scout Allen, the second baseman. And Allen, one of their top players from last year, returning, as Frazier will bring one in for a ball. Looking at pitching stats here, as Frazier drops one in, it's swung on for strike 1. We even out the count. And it's still early in the year, folks, so numbers really don't mean that much, as a lot of it, these pitchers have not had a lot of time on the mound as we go outside for ball 2. And you really don't want to stretch your pitcher out too much. You want him to develop, get that arm up and ready, because you could throw him out before the season gets going. So Hathaway, with the first month, having a strict 2-inning set for his pitchers as we go 3-1 on the count. And then just lately, the last couple of weeks, Hathaway's kind of taken the reins off and let these guys go, as Hengis and Chalmers had a full day yesterday, as this one's inside, but he did swing, so we get a full count at 3-2. But as the season goes, the reins will be pulled back, and these guys will be able to, or let go, I should say, and these guys will be able to push hard from the mound. Here's Frazier on the payoff, and he's going to go ahead and walk the batter to put runners at first and third with no outs here in the first inning. Ryan Wall, the third baseman. And Coach LaProce had lots of good things to say about Wall. We're going to see him pitch in the second game, and saying that Wall he's got some dirty pitches he's going to be tossing out today. So excited to see him later on and seeing what he has available. Throw to first for Frazier to hold that runner. For Frazier, he's 2-1. 4 games total played, 2 starts, 12 innings, as this one's fouled off to start strike 1 for Wall. Frazier will check the runner at second, and they'll throw back over there, forcing Allen to jump back in. For Frazier, though, he's got 12 innings pitched, 10 runs off of 12 hits. 6 of those have been earned. He's walked 4, struck out 6, has a whip of 2.36. His ERA is 4.5. As we go even on the count. And like I said, those numbers are just opening portion. He hasn't really been given the go-ahead. I imagine today will be one of those days where, depending on how things go, Frazier will have the reins taken off of him, and he'll get to stand tall on that 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Aiden Lee in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Runners at first and third as Frazier will toss this one in. It's going to foul off, and we'll get strike 2. We talked to Chalmers before the game. He was doing his run this morning, just coming back from his run, ran down to the bridge and back for his warm-up, as he was not going to see any action today, so It's his off day. This one's going to be punched up in the air, and it's going to be just over the first base line and hops on the concrete next to the fans. We stay at 1-2 as Richardson dove in there for it. Wall will step back in at 1-2. Runners at first and third take their lead. Here's the pitch by Frazier. Swung on. This is going to be bounced out, picked up by Lentner, and he's going to double hop it. Throw to second is not in time, and we'll have 1 run earned for the Miners to get on the board. And the fielder's choice will put runners at first and second with no outs.
First baseman number 5.
1-0 Butte on the 5 Valley Auto pitchers, or 5 Valley Auto. Let's try that again. 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So now we come to Aiden Lee, the first baseman, with runners at first and second and no outs. Frazier looking to get the pitch from Richardson, now nods. The stretch. And fouled into the parking lot for strike 1. So getting his batters to swing on the first pitch is Frazier. Lee will step back in. It's Egan Lester in the on-deck circle with runners in first and second for the Miners. Here's the 0-1, and we'll get ball 1. Signal from LaProche, who is over at the third base coach's box. Frazier with the stretch and the set. And time is called by the batter. Lee will step in, and the pitch. Swung on. This one will be into center field, and Johnson will have a chance on it. Ball in the glove, and we've got our first out of the inning. 1 down with runners at first and second. Second.
The left fielder number 1, Egan Lester.
First and third as the runner did advance from second. Okay. So we go to Egan Lester, the left fielder now, for the Miners. He'll step in, runners on the corners, 1 out. Frazier now with the stretch. And he'll put it over the plate for strike 1. Frazier getting ahead in the count right out of the gate. Lester steps in as Casey Kotzman as Frazier goes to first. Mavericks will be home this week. They'll have Helena here on Wednesday, and then the first tournament of the season coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as Frazier gets strike 2. 0-2 on the count now to Lester. And it'll be mainly league teams in that tournament as we go back to first for the pickoff. Frazier now with the pitch, and it'll be outside for ball 1. 1-2 on the count with 1 out. But for this weekend's or next weekend's tournament, we'll have the Bozeman Bucks, Vauxhall, Coeur d'Alene Lumbermen, and Great Falls Chargers all over here at the AA level, as this one's fouled off to keep the batter alive. Lumbermen, the only one not from the league. And Coeur d'Alene, they've been over a couple of times for this tournament in the past. Here's the pitch by Frazier. Runner at first is going to go. This is going to be fouled off. As Frazier will get Egan Lester to swing. Frazier checks a runner at first as he's had the go-ahead on the last pitch. We'll see if LaProse sends him again. And he will. This time it's going to be bounced out. Lettner not able to get to it, but Hill is there. Hill will rocket it over to first, but it'll be just behind. And a runner will score from third to put the Miners up 2-0 on the Mavericks. And that'll be a hit scored in the book for the Miners, and they lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. That takes us to Casey Kotzman with one out, and Richardson's going to go ahead and run out and check in with his pitcher. And resets behind the plate. Runners at first and second, one out on the board. Here is the first pitch to Kotzman. And a check swing over the plate, though, for strike one. Frazier throwing strikes on the first pitch. Runners at first and second, step away. Here's the 0-1 by Frazier. And we'll get a dinger foul to go 0-2. Frazier now sets. And an outside pitch to get ball one. Miners being patient at the plate with Frazier. Here's the 1-2 by Frazier now. And we'll have a strikeout for out number 2.
Shortstop number 2.
That brings us to the shortstop, number 2, Kinley Leary, for the Miners. 2 outs now. Runners at first and second. And a high pitch will get us ball one to start things off for Leary. Here's pitch. And we'll go 2-0 on the count. Top of first. Miners lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as Frazier seeks the outside of the plate. We get ball 3, so 3-0 on the count. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will get into the count at 3-1. Breeze going here at Lindbergh Craig Field as it goes from third to first. We've got all 3 flags standing at attention. Some cloud overcast. We had a little bit of sun here in Missoula earlier today as the runners are going to go, and this one's going to be down the line to third. Lettner gets the tag, and they'll punch out the lead runner to end the side. So the Miners earn 2. They'll leave 1 behind, and they lead the Mavericks 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym.
Sorry about that, folks, as we that was only out number 2 on the board, so I apologize. Everybody jumps back into place, and we have a walk.
The catcher, number 19,
They are not going to have the
Carson
out at third, and that loads the bases up with 2 outs. That brings up Carson Dodge. So the Miners have been able to get through their order. We've got the number 8 spot batter up right now. And Frazier will put it over the plate for strike 1. So we jumped the gun there. I went off the players running off the field and got excited, so I apologize. Here's the 0-1 by Frazier. Over the plate, we'll get strike 2. Frazier with the stretch. And there's the third out. So Frazier will strike out the batter. Now we will go to break. You're listening to Missoula Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field as we get set for the bottom of the first inning. Butte Miners go up 2-0 on the Mavericks. They move through 8 of their 9 batters in the order, and we'll have the Mavericks turn here in the bottom of the first now. Bridger Johnson, Dane Frazier, and Trad Richardson on the schedule as the Miners move in here. Carson Dodge putting his gear on. He was in the on-deck circle. And Johnson will come out to bat for the Mavericks.
Third base in his 29th year, Brent Hathaway. And leading off for the Mavericks, the center fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
So it is Brian Oglin on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. First pitch of the inning. And Johnson will swing for a foul and strike 1. And here comes the wind. Pitch on the way. Outside, and we get an even count at 1. So for Bridger Johnson, 19 total games in, as this one's going to come behind Johnson. Looked like it was going to tag him from our perspective, but we'll get ball 2. Johnson, 19 games, 47 at-bats, 11 hits, 16 runs, 3 RBIs as we go outside for ball 3, so 3-1 on the count. Johnson's been walked 15 times, struck out 7. And this time he will be walked to start things off for the Mavericks. Takes us to the pitcher, Dane Frazier. And Frazier didn't get in yesterday against Glacier. So he'll be fresh for today. 1 on, no outs, bottom of the first. Miners lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch, and it's high for a ball. Frazier with 16 games under his belt. Batting .400. He's got a .569 on-base percentage. Walked 16. Leads the team with walks with 16, with players that have played 10-plus games. Right behind him is Bridger Johnson with 15. And then it's a drop-off as Frazier will slap this one down the third base line to get a 2-1 count. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Nope, they're going to throw to first, and Johnson will dive back in. Getting a good crowd here at Lindbergh Craig Field for a cloudy Sunday afternoon. Fans coming in and braving the windy weather. Butte Miners have brought over. The runner's going to go. This is going to be outside, and an easy base for Johnson to take as we go 3-1 on the count. So that's the 5th stolen base for Johnson. Ties him with Bo King. Bo King leads the team with 5 currently. We'll see Bo up in the lineup later on down the line. Here's a 3-1 to Frazier. And we'll have runners at first and second, both of them off of the walk.
The catcher, number 13, Trad Richardson.
Takes us to Trad Richardson, the catcher, with runners at first and second and no outs on the board. And this is how the Miners started the first inning, so the Mavericks looking to see if they can capitalize with runners and no outs. Richardson settles in. And now Oglin will step off the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for Trad. He's batting .350 with .403 on base percentage, as he's going to crank this one high into the gap. Both players are just going to let it bounce between them, and that will put loaded bases up for the Mavericks with no outs as Zach Hangus comes to the plate. So a walk, a pair of walks on the first 2 batters, and now a pop out to the gap in right field. No outs, and we have the first baseman, Zach Hangus, come to the plate. Here's the lefty, and Hangus will let it go outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and Hangus is going to kiss that third base line. It's going to roll deep. That'll bring Johnson home. Frazier rounds the corner, and Richardson will slam on the brakes at third, as Hangus will have a 2-run double for the Mavericks to tie it up at 2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Third baseman, number 4, Jake Littner.
That brings us to Jake Littner, the third baseman. Littner played in the second game yesterday. Runners at second and third with no outs for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And it's low for a ball. So Hangus with a good shot there. And that'll beef up Hangus's RBI totals, giving him 3. And that'll be his third double as well. Excuse me. 2-0 on the count for Littner, with runners at second and third. And we'll go back outside for ball 3. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field. Butte Miners, Missoula Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And we get a foul. Gives us strike one on the count. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. And we do have activity in the bullpen for the Miners. Here's the pitch. And we'll get a walk to load the bases before Sam Busey comes to the plate. So that's no outs, loaded bases, and that will warrant a visit by the assistant coach, Brad Rutherford. We've got two young men warming up out there in the bullpen for the Miners as we get a short conference here. I know it's getting nice out. Can't really tell today because we've had cloud cover. It's been rainy for most of this week, and we have clouds for the rest of the week. But if you want to duck out of the clouds and get a good workout in, and they get a wave to the bullpen, so it looks like we're going to have a change on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound here at Lindbergh Craig Field right here in the first inning. You should check out Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana with 6 locations throughout the state. You can get your fuel on when you're on the go. Check out Fuel Fitness online at www.clubfitness.com for a location near you and get started today. Fuel Fitness is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Well, we're going to have a new pitcher on the mound, so we're going to go ahead and step aside while he warms up. Mavericks, Miners tied at 2, bottom of the first. We'll be back right after this.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton, Lindbergh, Craig Field. The change on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound will have Wolfgang Doty up there as he warms up right now before Sam Busey. So the Mavericks with loaded bases, no outs. They've earned 2 runs off of 2 hits so far here in the bottom of the first. Both teams putting in runs as Glenn Welsh is out there, our plate umpire. Had to laugh, Glenn. Earlier today when he came in, he had quite the outfit on. Big Ten, a maroon and gold Big Ten hooded sweatshirt on. He had camouflage shorts. He had his umpire socks on up to his knees and some hiking boots. I said, Glenn, you need to go out just like that, sir. Oh, wait, maybe you should, put the shirt on to make it official. He says, no, the shirt would mess it up. So Glenn, a good guy to have some fun with. As we have Busey step in. Here's the first pitch to Busey, and he's going to find the hole between the bases, and that'll bring home Richardson. Keeps the bases loaded off the single, and the Mavericks take a 3-2 lead with Brendan Hill coming to the plate now. Keeps the bases loaded. Mavericks take a 3-2 lead as Hill comes to the plate. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to be in the air for ball 1. Hill, a utility player for the Mavericks, as he's able to slide around to just about anywhere you put him. And they moved him to shortstop, and that has been a huge improvement defensively for the Mavericks, as Hill will foul this one back to even our count out at 1. Normally he hangs out in center field and has rocked center field last season, but with Buchanan not coming back due to injury, well, there is a hole to fill in that shortstop spot. Hill played some shortstop last year and filled it in nicely, and he's going to take this one for a ride into right field. Right fielder searches for it, puts it in the glove. The tag by Hangus. And Lettner, as the ball gets away, that'll allow Busey to get, and the sac fly will earn a run and move the runners on the bases. 1 out on the board. And the Mavericks now lead 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we come to Bo King. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 1 out on the board. Runners at second and third. King settles in. And he'll bounce this one right up. Shortstop will have it in the glove. The throw to first will be double clutched and held on to, and that'll be out number 2. Lettner will score, and the Mavericks go up 5-2 here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs.
Second baseman number 1, Dayton Bay.
Takes us to the bottom of the order here in the opening inning for the Mavericks. Dayton Bay, the second baseman. 2 outs and a runner at third in Busey. And Bay, he'll hop this one into center field. It's going to be not in the glove. That will bring Busey home. Runner's going to come around the corner. Throw is going to be made to second, and Bay will stand up. And the Mavericks jump out 6-3 or 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Swings us to the top of the order with 2 outs on the board to Bridger Johnson. Here's the pitch. And we go outside for ball 1. Doty now with the stretch. And the pitch on the way. Back outside for ball 2. Now, when I was down getting the lineups from Butte, Coach LaProse was talking about Wall being their ace on the pitcher's mound, and they're holding him out for game 2 as we get ball 3. But they got 1 lone senior on the squad as well. Here's the pitch by Doty. And he'll find the plate for strike 1. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks as Bay stands at second. Here's the 3-1 to Johnson. And he'll be walked the second time today. Twice in the same inning.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
Brings up Dane Frazier with 2 outs as we work our way back through the order here in the opening inning for the Mavericks. Pitch on the way outside for a ball. Now the Miners did have 2 guys up throwing, but they brought in Doty. Couldn't see the number on the other gentleman as he had his coat on. Here's Doty with the 1-0. And he'll find the plate for strike 1. Frazier with a walk, his first at bat, following the footsteps of Johnson. Here's the 1-1. And this one's going to get away from the catcher, allows the runners to advance to second and third. And Today's game a little bit slower than yesterday's, as teams are searching for outs. Here's the 2-1. And we'll get a foul ball to even us out at 2. So Mavericks will have Helena this Wednesday night. That will finish out the Wednesday night series for the Mavericks and Helena during the non-conference portion of the season. The Wednesday night 9-inning lights under the lights game, and that one looked like it came across the elbow of Frazier, but Welsh will give us a full count at 3-2. Doty now with the stretch. Sun popping out, giving us some light on the field, and Frazier will be walked for the second time today as we move to Trad Richardson, which loads the bases up. So Trad, his first at bat, he would have a short pop into the gap in between center and right field. Here's the pitch, and it'll be over the plate for strike 1. Richardson, with the right placement of the ball, could really open things up for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the first. They lead 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Richardson's going to have this one roll down the line. The third baseman's going to run the race to the bag, and the side is retired. The Mavericks will leave 2, score 6, and they lead 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Sponsored by Bob Ward's and D.A. Davidson. Bob.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we roll up to the top of the second inning. The Mavericks lead 6-2 over the Butte Miners. Hello, everyone. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field on a cloudy but yet gorgeous day. We've got some wind going on, but the fans are not all huddled up under blankets like they were yesterday. Yesterday we had the blanket brigade going on. It was a little chilly, but a little warmer today. And for the Miners, it'll be the bottom of the order to lead things off, and Reese Cox. So 9-1-2 on the schedule. Dane Frazier on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and he'll bring it across the plate for strike 1. Frazier would allow 2 runs off of 2 hits in that opening inning, and we'll have the 0-1 now. Bounce out. That's a high bouncer. Hill will grab it, throw to first, and locked in for out number 1.
Number 7, Rylan Richard.
And Hill has done a great job over there at the shortstop position. I'm going to pull up his defensive stats here and take a look at them as we get the top of the order. Rylan Richards at the plate. Frazier outside, and Trad not able to hold on to it, so we get ball 1. But for Hill defensively, 12 games he's played on the defensive side. He's got 18 assists and 19 putouts with 6 errors, as this one's going to be foul back to even us out at 1. Gives him a fielding percentage of an 860 field percentage. So very effective out there at the shortstop position as we get another ball pitch from Frazier to make it 2-1. And that is why they do have Hill out there at the shortstop. He is aggressive there. Here's the pitch by Frazier, and we'll get ball 3. In between innings, Hathaway, the third base coach, he would come across to Frazier, who was getting ready to go out on the mound, as we get a walk with 1 out. We go to Scout Allen now for the Miners. Runner at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And this one's off the grips high. I don't think Hangus is going to be able to get to it, as it's going to land off the shed down the first base line for strike 1. Allen will step back in. Walked his first at bat. He would be one of the first runs to come home in that opening inning to earn runs for the Miners. Here's the 0-1, and it's going to be blasted. It'll have some eyes as it bounces out. Busey will go to a knee, and we will have a hit with runners at first and second for the Miners.
Number 11, Ryan Wall.
Takes us to Ryan Wall, the third baseman. With 1 out, runners at first and second for the Miners. Wall will step in. Miners already making a change at the pitching position due to runs earned by the Mavericks. This one's going to bounce off the breastplate of Richardson for strike 1 on the foul. And Welsh will go ahead and toss this ball out to Frazier. Welsh will give us the count as Wall looks down the third base line, now steps in. Wall reaching off the fielder's choice, his first at bat, as this one's going to be bounced out. Lettner's not able to get it. Hill goes to the ground. This one's going to have some eyes as it rolls, and that'll bring the runner around from second to score, and the Miners will get 1 back. And are you going to score that as an error? And no response, so we get set now for Aiden Lee. They are going to score it as an error. And that puts runners at first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch and a swing for strike 1. Frazier now waits for the pitch from Richardson. Here's the 0-1 now. And a swing for strike 2. So we get an 0-2 count. For Lee, had a fly out, his first at bat. So he's 0 for 1. Here's the 0-2 by Frazier. Gets him to check swing, and it'll foul. As we go 0-2 on the count. Second game will come up 20 minutes after this one finishes up. We're scheduled for 7 as we go outside to get ball 1. We'll have Senators on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock first pitch. This one will be down the first base line. Hangus will have the glove and win the race to the bag. Runners will advance to second and third, and that will be out number 2.
Number 1, Egan Lester.
Brings us to Egan Lester with 2 outs on the board, so the number 5 spot batter will come to the plate with runners at second and third and 2 outs. And we've got a great crowd on a Sunday afternoon. Butte Miner fans filling up the seats down the third base line, Mav faithful down the first base line, and the middle of the stands right below us here jammed. Good to see him out for the game. This one's going to get away from Richardson, and the run, Richardson not able to get the throw in there, and a run will be earned to make it 6-4 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As Welsh cleans off our plate, pitch was thrown was a ball. And that will settle Lester back in 1-0 on the count. 2 runs earned here in the second inning to match the 2 that were earned in the first inning by the Miners, as Frazier will get us even on the count at 1-1. Frazier now with the stretch. And this one will be dribbled out. Lettner will come up, secures it. The throw to first on target. Hangis will have the stick, and that will be the side. So 2 runs earned, 1 left behind. And we have a 6-4 game going into the bottom of the second. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Missoula Mavericks lead the Butte Miners 6-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For his second inning here, Wolfgang Doty on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Leading things off for the Mavericks will be Zach Hengis on the inning. So 4, 5, 6 scheduled on the inning. The Mavericks were able to go through their order +3 in the first inning. And Doty will have his first pitch. And I've been told Connor Daniels and Hengis will find the hole between short and third, and the Mavericks will load a runner-up on the first at-bat. And action in the bullpen, Connor Daniels, the lefty now, warming up for the Mavericks. Takes us to Jake Lintner. Doty now checks the runner at first and the stretch. Ball pitch for ball 1. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Doty, and he's going to have it behind Littner for ball 2. Looked like that one might have come across the backside, but Glenn Welsh says nope, ball 2. So 2-0 on the count. Here's Doty with the pitch. And that one will find the plate for strike 1. For Littner in that first inning, he was walked. Sam Busey in the on-deck circle with Hangus at first. Here's the pitch. And Lettner will bounce this one out. Shortstop will have the throw to second. Will they go down the line to first? They will, but it will not be in time, and they'll get the runner at second on the fielder's choice for out number 1.
Sam Busey.
Takes us to Sam Busey, the left fielder. So Busey settles in, and Doty with the pitch. He'll have the wild pitch. Lettner's going to go to second. There is a bounce and not able to hold on to it, and Lettner will get the base as we get ball 1. So both of the Miners pitchers to start out here letting the ball get away as we get more breeze, and coming off those snow-capped peaks, it's getting chilly out. Here's the outside pitch for ball 2. Doty with the pitch. And this one's going to be just foul. Looked like the first baseman had a glove on it. No argument from Mosier, the first base coach, so we'll go back and we'll have a 2-1 count. Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle as Busey settles back into the box. Here's the pitch. Now Busey will have one in play. It's going to be deep down the right base line, and it's going to go for a bounce and a ride. They're going to go ahead and swing Lettner around. Busey around second. They wave him as the throw is made, and Sam Busey will have a triple that earns a run for the Mavericks as they go up 7-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with 1 out, and that brings us to Brendan Hill. Decent breeze going on here at Lindbergh Craig Field, and the wind going from third to first. You're going to be hitting down that right field line, the first base line, as Hill's going to punch this one straight up in the air. First baseman's looking for it in the clouds, and he'll have it in the glove. That'll be out number 2.
Number 6, Bo King.
Busey will stay at third as Bo King comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at third. King to settle in. So Busey with a triple and a single today. As first pitch into King will be a strike. Bo settles in. Busey steps away from third. Pitch on the way. And Doty will find the plate for the second time to go 0-2 on the count. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch by Doty. And we get ball 1. So 1-2 on the count. Doty now with the pitch. And King will let it go. We'll have an even count at 2 for Bo King. Busey at third. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be swung on, and King does have some contact, so he'll stay alive at 1-2, or at 2-2. Dayton Bay, who's in the on-deck circle, will snag the ball from behind the plate. Here's Doty with the stretch, and the righty will pitch. And we get a full count at 3-2 now. Had a pretty stiff wind during pregame as SWX, who's on the opposite side, has an awning set up, and Bo King will be walked to put runners on the corners with 2 outs. Drops us to Dayton Bay with runners on the corners for the Mavericks. Connor Daniels warming up in the Maverick bullpen right now. But they've got an awning set up over there for SWX, and in pregame it looked like that thing was going to lift off as we had a very stiff wind. Here's Doty with the pitch to Bay. And it'll come inside for the strike, and King's going to go ahead and get the base at second. So runners at second and third for the Mavericks with 2 outs. King at second, Busey at third. Here's the 1-0 to Bay. And he'll get ball 2. That puts the top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And we get ball 3. So it's 3-0 on the count. I thought we had a strike mixed in there, but I am incorrect. Here's the pitch. And Bay will foul this one to get a strike 1. Bay settles back in. Bo and Sam step away from second and third. And Bay will put this one high. It's going to die out in the air and a hop in front of the right fielder. That'll allow both Busey and King to come home. And the Mavericks will tag on 2 more runs to make it 9-4 Mavericks. Bottom of the second, and that swings us to the top of the order for the Mavericks to Bridger Johnson. Two outs on the board. A runner at first for the Mavericks. And Doty will go to first. We've got some young men using the batting cages. I wonder if that's members of the A squad out there. Getting a little BP in. Here's the pitch by Doty as the runner at first is going to go. The throw to second will be made. It's high and not in time. As we get a ball pitch, and Bay will stand at second. This one will be bounced out, reaching for it. Second baseman will get it in the ground, high throw, but it will be tagged at the bag. Mavericks will earn 3 while leaving 1 behind, and they lead 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we move to the top of the third inning, we do have a change on the mound for the Mavericks as Jake Lentner and Dane Frazier have swapped spots. So Lentner on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, Dane Frazier standing at third, leaves Zach Hangus at first, Brendan Hill in the shortstop, and Dayton Bay at second. For the Miners, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters on the schedule. So
Number 12,
Casey Kotzman goes to the plate. Lisi in the on-deck circle, and Dodge in the hole. And Richardson checks in with his pitcher before we get set to go. So Dane Frazier moves to third, and as I mentioned in the top, he is a utility player and has the ability to make those changes. This one's going to dribble right out, and they're going to call foul ball for strike one to Kotzman. For Kotzman, struck out his first at-bat. And this one will bounce out. Frazier's got it. The throw to first is on target, and a tag for out number 1 by Hangus. Good job by Hangus to
number 2, Kenley Leary.
Reach out there for that tag since he had to come off the bag. Takes us to Kenley Leary. And Leary will foul off for strike one. And Hangus talked to him before the game and telling him how impressed I was with his play starting out here, as Lentner's going to have a ball outside to go even on the count. And he said, you know, I just make the most of it. That's all I can do. I just go out there and I make the most of it. I get an opportunity today. I'm going to bat fourth. I've got to go out and I've got to show. As this one comes off the bat on a line into the glove of Brendan Hill for out number 2. And that's exactly what Lentner is doing. Hangus is doing. He's out there making the most of it, playing some good baseball. So with 2 outs, we move to Carson Dodge, the catcher. And Dodge will have a tight swing that will go foul for strike one. So 0-1 on the count. A swing does have a bit of contact, and Richardson will chase it down. That'll be strike two. So 0-2 on the count. For Dodge, he was struck out his first at-bat. As he steps in, and Glenn Welsh, our plate umpire, will signal. Here's Lentner with the pitch and a swing, and that will be, they're going to say pass ball. This one's down the line, and Hangus sticks the bag, and that's the side. So 1, 2, 3 for Butte in the third. Mavericks will bat next on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as We move to the bottom of the third inning. Mavericks lead 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And it was 1-2-3 for the Miners in that inning. That would be the first time the Miners would be shut down on today's game. So now we will have the Mavericks turn to bat here in the bottom of the third. So on the schedule, it'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters. Frazier leading off, Richardson, and then Hangus. As we get moved into our Dodge, the catcher getting his gear on. And it is Doty, Wolfgang Doty, continuing on the mound here. As we are ready to go, Dane Frazier coming to the plate for the Mavericks to start things off. Doty gets a little encouragement from his third baseman, Wall, and sticks his foot on the rubber for the first pitch. And Frazier lets it go by for ball one. So bottom of the third, Mavericks lead 9-4. They've got their 9 runs off of 7 hits. Here's the pitch, and inside for strike one. Even count at 1. Here's the pitch by Doty. And that one is inside for ball 2. So 2-1 on the count for Frazier. Frazier has been walked both times he's been at the plate today. And this one he'll pop foul up over the first baseline to get us even at 2 on the count. 2-2. Frazier, the leadoff batter on the inning, batting in the number 2 spot, and we go outside for a full count at 3-2 now. And Frazier had the elbow injury last year, worked his way through it, and Frazier walked for the 3rd time today. Puts a runner on for the Mavericks to start the inning as we go to Trad Richardson.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
Richardson, one of the veteran players for the Mavericks here. Senior. Here's Doty with the pitch to Richardson. They're going to throw to first, and the ball's going to get away, allowing Frazier to advance to second. That one's going deep, and Hathaway waves him around. Frazier's going to make his way to third as they pick it up finally. So that allows Frazier the throw to first on the pickoff, and now they are running down a player, number 18, Evan Starr, looking to warm up in the bullpen for the Miners. Richardson at the plate, Hangus in the on-deck circle, and Frazier standing at third. Here's the pitch. And that one's across the shoulders for ball 1 to Richardson. Richardson 1 for 2, had a single his first at-bat. Grounded out his last. Here's the pitch by Doty. And Richardson will stand in for ball 2. 2-0 on the count. Now Doty with the pitch, and cranked in down the third base line. That'll bring Frazier in. Richardson on the go as the left fielder not able to pick it up, and that will allow Richardson to stand up at second with a run earned, and the Mavericks take it 10-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Take us to the first baseman is Zach Hangus, and Hangus has batted well today as he's been able to find the hole and exploit it. So with runner at second and Richardson, and no outs on the board. Here's Doty with the pitch, and he's going to go outside, and Richardson's going to go ahead and take third on the wild pitch. So the Mavericks with a threat at third once again off a miscue by the Miners. Here's the pitch. And Hangus will hop this one right in front of the left fielder. Richardson will trot home, and the Mavericks will earn another run.
Number 4, Jake Lintner.
And for Hangus, that's his third RBI on the day. So starting the day off with a single RBI. As we go to Jake Lintner for the third time, and Lintner is going to be tagged, which will put runners at first and second for the Mavericks with no outs. And Sam Busey will come to the plate.
Number 16, Sam Busey.
So Busey will settle in with runners at first and second. And he'll have this one bounce out. The shortstop will have the throw to first, but Busey will win the race, and that will load the bases up for the Mavericks with no outs. The Miners do have Evan Starr warming up in the bullpen right now as we drop to Brendan Hill, the shortstop. And this would be a great time for Hill to light up his bat for the Mavericks. Doty with the pitch. And Hill will bounce this one out to the shortstop. Shortstop can't put it in the glove. It'll roll into left field. That'll allow Hangus to score. Lentner comes around the corner, and Busey will stand at third. And Hill will earn the right to stand at first and brings in 2 runs for the Mavericks to take a 13-4 lead here in the bottom of the third. Brings us to Bo King, the right field, and that's going to right fielder, and that will bring LaProse out. I wonder if we're going to see a change on the mound. We'll hang here for just a moment here just to see if this is a visit or if this is a change as he steps in, and it looks like we're going to have just a visit. We get to work with some great folks here at MPSN that support high school sports. One of them would be Tip Coburn and Associates. It's Evan Starr. Yep, number 18. Tip Coburn and Associates have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense law in addition to other areas for the past 60 years. That's right, they're having a 60th anniversary this year. If you need some advice on the legal end, well, give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tcsattorneys.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So we settle back in here for Bo King. Doty stays on the mound, and the first pitch in will be a ball. For King, his stats have, there we go, now the update. Ground out his first at bat and a walk his last, and this is going to get Hill to second as he slides in. Pitch thrown was a ball. So runners at second and third now. No outs on the board here in the bottom of the third for the Mavericks. Wolfgang Doty on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Here's the pitch. And King will swing for strike one. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And King will foul it down the third base line. Gets us an even count at 2. So pitcher warming up. for the Miners. Here's the 2-2. And we'll get a full count at 3-2. Butte, as I mentioned earlier, they are in the third year of their facility, and it's a pretty great facility over there. The view is pretty. And King will take this one in the shoulder. That will load the bases up for the Mavericks as Dayton Bay comes to the plate. And King took that one square in the shoulder, and that will bring out LaProse. I imagine we're going to see a change on the mound. We will hold it here for a moment. Nope, they're bringing in Starr right now, and that will be the change. So a change on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As the change has been made on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, Evan Starr now stands there with Wolfgang Doty Dunn. First batter that Starr will face is Dayton Bay, bottom of the order. Mavericks with loaded bases and no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. They have already earned 4 runs. Here's the first pitch by Starr. And that one will hop into the netting for strike 1. For Bay, 2 for 2, a couple of singles on the day. And he's got 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 2. So Starr coming in and putting a couple of strikes on the board. And that will be a strikeout. Glenn Welsh just puts the fist up in the air, and that's 3. So 1 out with loaded bases, and we jump to the top of the order to Bridger Johnson. Johnson settles in. And here's the pitch by Starr. And a tight pitch across the chest for ball 1. So Starr comes in, strikes out the first batter he faces to put 1 out on the board. Bases stay loaded. It's King at first, Hill at second, and Busey at third as we have the pitch come in, and it'll be ball 2. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to be over the shortstop's head. That'll bring in Busey. They wave Hill around. Hill on his way home from third. And the Mavericks earn 2 runs off the single by Johnson. With runners at first and second and 1 out. Brings us to the third baseman, Dane Frazier. Frazier settles in. And now the pitch by Starr. And it's over the plate for strike one. Welsh settles in behind the plate. And Frazier ready for the pitch. He'll swing on it. It's going to be hopped over the second baseman's head. It's going to get a good bounce and roll to the wall. They bring King around. They're also waving around Johnson. Frazier's around second on his way to third, and Dane Frazier will stand up at third with 2 runs earned. With 1 out, the Mavericks jump up 17-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Takes us to Terad Richardson, the catcher, for game 1 today. Here's Starr. And it'll come inside to Richardson for ball 1. So Frazier with 2 RBIs on the day. And this one, it's got a little twist off the end of the bat. Frazier will come home from third. Richardson on the rocket, but he'll stay at first. And the Mavericks
Number 20, Zach Hingus.
continue to roll here in the bottom of the third, 18-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Takes us to Zach Hangus with 1 out. And the pitch in will be strike 1. So we've seen 3 pitchers from the minors here in this first game, Starr being the third. And he'll step off the rubber. Hangus today, 3 for 3, a double and a pair of singles. And this one's in the dirt to get us even at 1 on the count. Hangus doing a good job over there at first as well, has had a couple of plays over there. A smart play where he had to step off the bag and twisted for the tag instead. Mavericks with 9 runs here in this inning, and this one's going to be off the shoulder of Hangus. He'll stay in, and that'll put runners at first and second for Jake Lintner.
Number 4, Jake Lintner.
So the number 5 spot batter at the plate right now for the Mavericks. We started with Dane Frazier. Here's the pitch. Outside. No. Yes, we did. As we go ball 1 to Lintner. Hear that wind on the crowd mic, as it's blowing pretty stiffly from third to first. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be a tag in the back on Lintner to load the bases up for Sam Busey.
Number 16, Sam Busey.
So back-to-back HBP, and the base is now loaded for the Mavericks. We got Richardson at third, Hangus at second, and now Lintner at first. Hangus and Lintner reaching off the hit by pitch. Pitch on the way by Starr. It'll be high for ball 1. 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the third, and the Mavericks looking to capitalize on loaded bases once again. And Busey will put this one high. It's going to be a little hopper as the wind gets a hold of it. It'll bounce in front of the second baseman. The center fielder. Richardson will score, and the bases stay packed with 1 out, and the Mavericks make it 19-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll see Brendan Hill for the second time this inning now. Here's the pitch, and a pop-up down the first base line. First baseman's over there, puts it in the glove. That will Hangus thought about coming down the line, but he'll come back, and that'll be out number 2.
Number 6, Bo King.
Brings us to Bo King, who just came in off the run. 2 outs on the board. And the gate open again for the Miners. And it might be O'Neill out there warming up. Can't really tell if it's a 17 or 11. I know that they were wanting to hold Wall for the second game, as the pitch will come over the plate for strike 2 to King. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks with 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 to King, and we'll get a high pitch for ball 1. So the bullpen open for the Miners once again. Here's the pitch, and we'll get an even count at 2 now to King. King ground out a walk and was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning to get on. Here's the star pitch, and they're going to call that a strikeout as Welsh has a little shake of the arms, and that will end the side. Mavericks will leave 3 behind, but they earn 10. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Mavericks are proud to partner.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Missoula Mavericks lead the Butte Miners 19-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Hello, everyone. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Jake Lintner will spend some time on the mound here. It'll be his second inning up there, and we will have Reese Cox lead things off for the Miners. So 9-1-2 on the inning for Butte. Lentner had the Miners go 1-2-3 in the 3rd. Let's see what he does this time, as this one's going to be batted out. Hill will let it come to him. Throw to first is on target. Hangus will stick the bag, and that will be out number 1. 1 pitch outs. That's what you want to see. As we swing to the top of the order, Rylan Richards. Richards to settle in. 1 out, nobody on. Littner with the pitch, and he'll slide it over the plate for strike 1. For Littner, I think it was a change in the speed of the game for him in his first couple of outings. Pitching. As we go 1-1 on the count. But the last couple of games, he's really come on, as this one's going to be fouled back. And we go 1-2 on the count. Littner, though, 4 games that he's played in, a total of 5 innings total. 9 runs off of 7 hits, 6 earned. Walked 5, struck out 2, as this will give us an even count at 2. But just as I said with Dane Frazier, these are early season numbers. Pitchers getting limited time on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, as this one will come in. Richardson blocks it, and we get a good full count at 3-2. For Richards, he's 1 for 1. Tripled his first at bat and then walked. This will be the second time he's walked today. As we move to Scout Allen. Allen for his third plate appearance today. 1 out on the board and a runner at first. We saw Connor Daniels warming up earlier before Lettner came in as he puts this one over the plate for strike 1. Might have to switch to a hooded sweatshirt between games as it's getting chilly. Hangus will have this one come right to him. They'll throw to second. Hill will have the tag on the bag, and the fielder's choice will get the leadoff runner.
Number 11, Ryan Wall.
For out number 2. Brings us to the third baseman, Ryan Wall, with 1 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Lettner with the pitch, and he'll put it over the plate for strike 1. Lettner using all of that, or just barely on the rubber out there, as we get ball 1, an even count. For Wall, 0 for 2. Reached off an error his last at bat. Here's the 1-1. And we get ball 2. Here's the pitch by Lintner. And swung on. Frazier will dive on it. The throw to first. Hangus with the foot on the bag, and that is the side. 1 runner on, but he is left behind, and the Mavericks move to the bottom of the 4th, holding on 19-4. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th inning, Missoula Mavericks lead 19-4 over the Butte Miners. Leading things off for the Mavericks is the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay. So we'll have Bay, Johnson, and Frazier in the order for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 4th. It is Evan Starr on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound as Bay will step in. And the first pitch will be off of Bay and allowing him to get to first. So the Mavericks will have a leadoff runner on the inning. Takes us to the top of the order to Bridger Johnson with 1 on and no outs. And Starr was able to come in and take over for Doty with loaded bases and no outs, and his first batter he would strike out in that last inning. As we get a ball. This one's fouled back. And we go even on the count at 1. Johnson today, though, he's had a decent day. 1 for 2, a pair of walks, a ground out, and a single. Here's the pitch, and it's over the plate, and we go 1-2. But for Johnson, he's got 2 runs and two RBIs. And we'll get 2 and 2. So we'll have game number 2 after this one's over. 20 minutes after that will be the first pitch. And then the Helena Senators will be here on Wednesday night for a 9-inning game under the lights. As Johnson will have this one down the third base line. The throw to first will be made, stretching out, and the first baseman will have the tag on the bag for out number 1. Good infield play by the Miners there.
Number 7, Dane.
Wall to Lee. And there's 1 out on the board as Dane Frazier comes to the plate for the 5th time today. Bay advances to second. Mavericks with 19 runs off of 14 hits. They have committed 2 errors. The Miners with 4 runs off of 3 hits. They've committed 4 errors, and that has been the hump for the Mavericks to get over this year so far, is the errors. And it seems like the last couple of games they have been able to kind of shake that off. Wednesday night was a little rough in Helena, as the inside pitch will give us a ball. So 2-0 to Frazier. Frazier today walked 3 times and a triple his last at bat, and this one's going to find a spot in left field. And Frazier, they're going to go ahead and wave around Bay as the throw is made. They'll go home, but Bay will step on the plate before the ball gets there, and the Mavericks make it 20-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. That brings us to Rad Richardson for the Mavericks with 1 out and a 1 on. The Miners playing at the A level this year. So this is the 2 games that we will see them, and Richardson will have one come inside. I think I saw Welsh's arm come up for a strike, and that's what they're going to put it up on the board. So 0-1. And Richardson pops it backwards, foul for strike 2. So second game, we've seen Chalmers and Hangus and Frazier so far this weekend. I would imagine that we might see Hill on the mound in the second game, as this one's going to go into center field. Center fielder will come up, put it in the glove, and that is out number 2.
Number 20, Zach Hangus.
We come to the first baseman, Zach Hangus, now, with 2 outs and a runner at first for the Mavericks. And I imagine we're going to see the 10-run rule come up here in the top of the 5th, as Hangus will take this one for a launch into left field. Left fielder holds on to it, and that's the side. So 1 left behind, 1 run earned. And we have the top of the 5th coming up right after this. You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 5th inning. Missoula Mavericks lead the Butte Miners 20-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Jake Lentner will continue his time on the mound here for the Mavericks. There's Richardson's throw to third, and for the Miners, it'll be the middle of the order, 4, 5, 6. Aiden Lee to lead things off. So a lot of ground for these Miners to make up. Pitch on the way. Lettner will go outside on the left-handed batter for ball 1. So with Legion Baseball, it is a 10-run rule in 5 innings. As this one is launched into right field, King will put it in the glove, and there's one away.
Number 1, Egan Lester.
That brings us to Egan Lester with 1 out and nobody on. And the pitch comes inside for ball 1. Mavericks will have their first tournament of the season next weekend, Memorial Day weekend. It's a Friday through Monday tournament as we get a swing for strike 1 to even the count out. If you're in the Missoula area, folks, I would suggest coming down here to Lindbergh Craig Field or over to Ogren Park at Allegiance Field, or Allegiance Field at Ogren Park, as this one's bounced to Frazier. The throw to first is made, and there's 2 away now. There's going to be some great baseball going on all weekend long. AA and A level competition going on as Casey Katzman comes to the plate. But games all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, both here and over there. AA will be at Lindbergh Craig Field as Littner will put it over the plate for strike 1 on Friday. A will be right here at Lindbergh on Friday. Saturday we'll move over here for the AA as this one will be bounced out. Hill will pick it up on the run. The throw to first is made. Hanga sticks the bag, and that's the game. Mavericks get the win 20-4 over the Butte Miners. There would be 4 runs off of 3 hits and 4 errors committed by the Miners. The Mavericks would earn their 20 runs off of 15 hits, and they would commit 2 errors. And that is game. We'll have game 2 coming up in 20 minutes. Refill the water, pop some popcorn. We'll be right back. You're listening to Mavericks Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
We